Welcome back to the channel now, everybody. Today I'm going to be sharing a little information with you guys that it's really some good information, especially for the the average firewood burner, the consumer, the customer of firewood people. This is really going to help you out, I think. I'm going to give you a little piece of advice here shortly that's going to help your burning and your personal fireplace, and I think you're going to like it. So go ahead, if you end up liking this, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, maybe ring the bell. Make sure my videos are coming up in your feed now so you can watch them. Moving on to talk about firewood. As a firewood producer, after being in the game here for several years, the first year I really started selling a lot of wood and my inventory got low fast, and that was a wake-up call to make a lot of wood. So I make wood year-round, and I never stop, so there you go, whatever. I started years ago and I haven't stopped yet. So anyways, what I'm getting at here is I like to have dry burning wood to sell to people. Now, I just don't like selling wet wood to people. I mean, I really just can't do it. You can't do it and get away with it and expect to have a good business and repeat customers. And that's what I'm saying. This time of year, after being in this business for several years and being around the wood yards and the tree services and looking at the marketplace and things, I can just see it happening every fall, and even up until there's people that I see in town, they just started selling wood 3 weeks ago. It's December, it's the week before Christmas. So the first week of December, you've had guys that they just started splitting wood, and it's ridiculous. They're out there on the road splitting wood and stacking it with a sign and selling it and just moving it right in to sell it. I mean, they just started splitting wood in December. That's absolutely ridiculous. So I try not to do that. The worst I get is I'll take a dead standing ash tree or something that the tree service brings in, or I find myself. And if it's dry wood, I'll cut that and dry it for a couple of weeks and sell that. But I mean, if the moisture's down 20% or lower, that's one thing. To just go and cut green wood or have a tree fall down in your yard or something and put it on the marketplace and sell it is another thing. There's a lot of people out there that they just want the dollar. They just want money. They don't care. They'll just, if wood can be converted into money, they're gonna split it and sell it. So you got to be careful. You got to watch out. I've had several people tell me, almost all of my new customers, a large percentage of my new customers, when I get there, they say, I got wood from some guy last year and I could see the water coming out of it. It was big, huge, massive pieces. It was junk. It was just all cedar. They have all kinds of complaints. So I tell them, save my number. It's hard to find a good firewood guy. You know what I'm saying? Because I do this year round. I bring dry wood, and I'm trying to represent that and come with a good product. So here, we're going to get to the point of my story. Is the point of this video is, so what is the best time to buy firewood? Or how's the best way to buy firewood to ensure that you're going to get a good product? Well, honestly, to ensure that, I would say the best time to buy firewood is in the spring. The opposite of what everybody does. And this gets me off into a whole tangent. People wait until it snows and it's Christmas and their family's in town and their kids are home and they want to have a bonfire and they want to get on the marketplace and say, I want wood and I want it now. And that's just the way of the world. But if you're serious about having fires every fall and you want dry wood and you don't want to wreck your chimney and have creosote and chimney fires and all that and all those problems, buy your wood in the spring. Buy it by June or July even, and you would have even 3 or 4 months in July. But say you buy your wood in May, then you can season it yourself. Then there's no arguing with it. There's no way around it. You're going to dry your wood if you know how to store your wood. And if you want to know more, we can talk about that. I have plenty of information on drying wood. You want to put it in a sunny spot. Don't tarp it up like it's sealed in a Ziploc bag and seal in all that moisture. Let it breathe. Let it get sun. stack it up off the ground on some wood or some pallets or bricks. That's a whole other subject. But so order your wood in May, June, maybe even July, and then you're not going to have a problem with getting wet wood, because even if some Yahoo idiot shows up at your house with a truck full of green wood, you're going to dry it all year anyway. So order your wood in May. If some dude shows up with some fresh cut oak, at least you have 6-8 months to season it out in the sun and dry it. Your wood's going to be dry. So that's the point of my video. If you're serious about firewood, try to switch up your schedule and buy it early. You know, give your firewood guy as much notice as possible, to be honest with you. This wait till it snows crap and then call. I mean, I understand that's part of the game, but, you know, I've never expected that as when I was younger growing up from my firewood guy that I used to buy firewood from. It would take 2 weeks to get that guy out here. It was a big pain in the ass. He has a landline at his house. His wife answers and says, "Oh, I'll relay the message." So, I mean, it was like a week or two to get somebody out. But don't do that to people. And to ensure that you have your own dry wood, you want to go as far in advance as possible. And I'm not talking 2 weeks. I'm talking switch your firewood schedule, buy and schedule up from October or November to April, May, whatever, January, all the way through June and July even. I mean, if you got wood in July and it wasn't, you know, heavy green oak, you could dry it out August, September, October. That's 3 months. A lot of wood will dry in 3 months. You can get a lot of drying done in 3 months. So that's the point of my video. Buy your wood early. Switch your schedule. I got one customer. He told me last year when I delivered, he said, "I buy it a year in advance." I showed up and he had a whole stack of wood covered up sitting there. And I was like, "You got plenty of wood, but here you go." And he said, "I buy it a year in advance." And this was in like December or something. So he just goes, he's just on a schedule of a year in advance, which makes perfect sense. I mean, 1 year, if you want to buy 2 bricks and just save one or something, then next December buy wood, and that'll be next year's wood. And that's the best way to buy firewood, to guarantee that it's going to be dry. And also, people that show up in the spring and summer that actually have wood, those guys are usually serious about having firewood. They're not the fly-by-night, show up in December and split wood and try to make money to buy Christmas presents for their family type of people. These are people that have wood all spring and summer. So I think that's a good tip. Buy your wood early, season it yourself, let it sit there all year, and you don't have to worry about creosote in your chimney and everything. Now, I've been rambling on a pretty good time, and I also want to mention in this video a couple funny things. I was speaking with X.com, the Grok AI. I was speaking with Grok AI on X.com about firewood, having a little chat with him, and he gave me a couple things that were kind of funny. Now, one of them was, there was a quote. He said, "Around here, there's a saying that goes, if it ain't light, it ain't right." And that has to do with wood, with feeling the weight of it. If it ain't light, it ain't right. Now, I think that's really funny, but it's something that I would never say. So I'll probably repeat it again in the future at some time, but it's something that I would never say in real life. If it ain't light, it ain't right, buddy. That's what I always said. I've never, but Grok thought of it, and it was pretty funny. But the thing is to the average person, that saying is it's very circumstantial, because you got to know how oak or beech or something feels to know that it's relatively light to how it used to feel when it was wet. Some woods like soft maple will be pretty heavy, or box elder is another one, or cottonwood. It might be pretty solid in feeling when you first cut it down and it's green. But by the time it dries, I mean, it really is light. So it changes a lot, the weight of it there. So that's what Grok had to say. If it ain't light, it ain't right. But if you're an average consumer and you don't know how heavy oak is to begin with, don't try to figure that out, because it'll still feel heavy to you in the end. Anyways, he also talked about the sound it makes. If it doesn't make that nice hollow sound, it isn't good. And I'll put these things up on the screen. So the second quote that Grok gave me, which I will use, is he was talking about myths of firewood, and he said there's a myth that says fresh wood is the best wood. And 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 he said something like, "Yeah, right. More like fresh from the disappointment department," which I thought was funny. I'll probably use the disappointment department from time to time. I already posted that in the comments, but so. Fresh wood is not good wood. Fresh wood is green wood, still heavy, still full of water and moisture. You're going to be burning a lot of steam. So the fresh wood is fresh from the disappointment department, is what Grok said. So anyways, I hope that helped you out. That's a good little tip I gave you. It makes perfect sense. It's the easiest thing to do if you're a consumer and you're serious about not burning your house down and having quality wood. Buy your wood and by like May, and stack it yourself and dry it your damn self, and then you won't have to worry about it. So that's going to about wrap it up for today's video. I've done enough rambling, gave enough tips for today, and I'll check you guys next time.